Alright, after the beginning of Natsuno's, I think it's been blatantly obvious that I'm starting to forget some things. Some of these people that I played in the beginning of my playthrough, some of their details might be getting away from me for a little bit. So we're definitely going to need to look more at our event archives before hopping into some of these, back into some of these earlier stories. But today, it's been a while, so I'm definitely think I want to get into a Sekigahara's and see if there's any more insight on 426. You can now resume a Sekigahara story. So let's go let's go look at the event archive first, and then see if there's any mystery files that we want to unlock. I know that there's stuff about the key in the envelope, so I think there's probably going to be quite a bit that we can tap into. But it looks like the first thing that he shows up in, or at the beginning of his timeline, is when Ryoko and Ida are talking to each other. And then after that, it's the attack? The precipice of the Kaiju invasion, Chihiro, Morimura, and Tetsuida are discussing the fate of the world when they're interrupted by a Sekigahara. Rather than confront Morimura directly, Sekigahara asks Ida about Operation Aegis, expressing doubts about the Sentinel system updates he had been asked to do. And then there's a couple of other things. A Sekigahara, who has been chased down by the military police as a suspected spy, was hiding out in the wooden school building. Helped by Tamao Korabe, Kitaro Miura tried to take him to the station for spouting nonsense at him, such as having fought with the future version of Miura, but Sekigahara pulls out a gun and leaves. So between him questioning them and like this moment, they start putting a target on his back basically, and they don't like that he's questioning. What is it? They're questioning the Sentinel system updates he had been asked to do. So he becomes a quote-unquote, not 426 level, but a criminal spy at this point. So surely that'll be related more to his storyline, and we might be able to see that today. Identity of Kiriko, and then Izumi returning. Okay, yeah, because... So he does a lot of time jumping in the beginning of his, or sector jumping, and then something happens before Juro dies. Maybe a conversation between them two, because he does say some very, I don't know, he just says some kind of ominous stuff before Juro passes away. And then he goes back to 85, and then to 65. He's all over the place. Close encounters with. While participating in the track team activities, Natsuno Minami encounters strange men in black suits, as well as a mysterious student. And then D-Command. Ninja Ogata gets on the train in pursuit of Ryoko Shinome. Inside the train, he finds Shinome and Sekigahara lying on the ground. A mysterious man appears before him and tells him that 15 boys and girls are commanding the Daimos. Okay, so here's the thing. All of this happens before his story even started. Megumi Yakushishi finds a boy with short hair, though he manages to sneak up behind her. Unable to shoot him, Yakushishi realizes the target is a boy she's met before. And then question mark, and then he wakes up without his memories. So is this because... So she isn't able to shoot him in the beginning, in this part. So at some point she must shoot him, maybe like here. And then he wakes up in an alley. He's in possession of an odd gun. Besides him lies a dead woman. However, his own memories are lost, and he can't remember what happened. He decides to leave the area for now. Why are his memories completely gone, though? Versus everyone else kind of just forgets the moment that it happens. But he seems to be like wiped. So I don't know if it's actually Megumi that did this. Chased by a man in black suit, Sekigahara makes his way to the building rooftop. With nowhere to run, he uses the phaser in his possession to stun his pursuer. They might try to get him back, though. Not necessarily because they're against him, but maybe they know that his memory is wiped, so they're trying to return him to... Assuming Ida? No, he doesn't trust Ida. After evading the black suits, Sekigahara meets a mysterious girl. He examines the package she left for him, which activates and projects a log of a version from himself from before he lost his memories. I think we're gonna go back and watch this one. A meets Iori at the front gate. He doesn't want Fuyusaka to know he doesn't remember her, so he pretends he still has his memories. This so much happened in the time that they ran into each other. What? Oh, goodness. Okay. And then there's so much more that happens after the fact too. So this is actually the last thing that happens to A. Interestingly enough. Let's go back and look at the message to myself. And so, what was in that moment? We know that he had
what do I
pills,
do now?
the envelope.
If I don't get my memories back, what'll happen to
Which
me?
had the hit out on Morimura.
Hey.
Okay, so for some reason she has Keitaro. I'm here to return the package I borrowed from you. Why does she have BJ? She borrowed... Maybe this is just a different scout. But I'm going to assume for now that all the scouts are just BJ / Keitaro. She was chasing Natsuno for the longest time. But why would not, or did Natsuno give BJ to A Sekigahara? And so since they kind of seem like they are they know each other and are working together-ish, that's making me think that, yeah, at some point the SIU, A is helping the SIU, or maybe they think he is.
That girl said this belongs to me?
Hello. I can't imagine how seeing this must make you feel. Forgive me for the theatrics. I didn't have much choice. I'm sure you've noticed by now. My name is A Sekigahara. I'm you. If everything went according to plan, then I'm talking to myself, but with no
I
memories.
did it on purpose.
We don't have much time, so I'm only telling you what you need to know. This is not your world. You're a human from another dimension. This place you're in right now, your stay here was intended to be temporary. But there was an accident. A very grave one. And now many people are unable to return home. Well, you are stuck here as well. But don't give up yet. There's still a way back. Unfortunately, I can't tell you here. You understand now, don't you? If they see this recording, they'll know. So I've hidden the information you need elsewhere. Its location is known only to me. You must find it. And don't get caught. If you do, there'll be no escape. You have to trust me. I only hope you make the right choice.
Please trust yourself. He wiped his own
How am I
memories.
supposed to believe all that? Still, it does line up with what those men in black were saying. First things first, I need to get out of here.
Did he wipe his own
If what that girl
memories?
said is true,
Because
then I'm not safe here.
Okino can search them. And if they're... The way we've been talking about the gates, the only people that I feel like they've said that can for sure control them or open them, so that's confirmed, is Morimura, Sekigahara. Okay, well, I think Ryoko said Sekigahara could. I don't know if that was true. Oh, we did see him messing with them in one of these other earlier ones. And Morimura, I think also can, technically, as long as it's the one who knows what's going on. not the one that is totally oblivious, running around with toast in her mouth. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be rough. This is gonna be so rough. But let's also go look at some of the mystery files as well and try to unlock some of those. Let's see. First, let's go look at Kiriko. No, wait, BJ, maybe. BJ isn't his name, but it's actually the coordinates BJ011005 that BJ was looking for in order to find the memory cell. In the word BJ kept repeating when he met Minami for the first time. Thanks to Minami's good memory, he was able to recall easily. Jiro Izumi of 2 loops ago discovered that it's possible to alter the automated factory's processes, which led to the birth of the Sentinels. Oh? High quads. Okay, so front gate, cafeteria, shootout dream, 2100s. The surface shows no sign of life due to the kaiju attacks and toxic levels of radiation from the government's use of nuclear bombs. But this is where they're all from, technically. I'm pretty sure. And they're all in different simulations of times of the world. And that's why they can only go to the 40s, 80s, 20s, and 60s. So basically the way I'm imagining it is that they live in domes. Like they live in just a like a snow globe almost. And they just have them in these little, like, this is how they basically continued humanity for some reason. That's how I'm imagining it right now, at least. Okay, so the key. After Sekigahara lost his memories, he finds this in his pocket. It's a key for some sort of vehicle and has an emblem on the handle. And we know Nenji was looking for a key, but it also could be a key to this bike. Because I mentioned that too. Cryptic note. This one? It might be this one. Piece of folded paper found in the pocket of dead woman, Miss Morimura. The two rows of numbers are 443685343214. Okay. In a brown envelope. An envelope that was on the ground near where Sekigahara woke up. There was a document and a note inside. The document says Chihiro Morimura, 31, Sakura High School nurse, a key member of Shikishima's weapon development team. The note says, if capture is not possible, then shoot to kill. And so was that note for Sekigahara? So it's kind of like in the same way that Yuki's been giving orders to track down the compatibles at school. Sekigahara is also getting these missions. And that means Ryoko, Yuki, and Sekigahara are all getting them. Interesting. Okay, so let's also go back to... I think those are the only ones I want to read on him right now. And we'll go back to the top and look at his actual little snippet. Nenji... Here you go, Sekigahara. A boy from another dimension who suffers from memory loss. When he wakes up, he finds the corpse of Chihiro Morimura beside him, but has no recollection of knowing her. To make matters worse, he is being chased relentlessly by men in black. He finds a message from his past self telling him to escape this world. He comes from the distant future of 2065. Yeah, 2065 with Ryoko. And that's where they grew up together. The distant future? He comes from the distant future, but I thought they said that 2065 was way more in the future than 2100 technically was. BJ said that in Natsuno's story last time. So does that mean there's actually... No, because I feel like in my head that these are all technically in the future past 2100. But that little tidbit's kind of confusing. Alright, so Sekigahara met Ayori Fuyusaka, who has a fondness for him. He started to remember everything about the Aegis system as he regained his memories about his conversation with Morimura and Tetsuya Ida. So I think that might have been the last thing that we saw, were those memories on the roof where he was questioning them. So maybe they'll start to explain why he's being chased and why he's being sought out to be the bad guy. It would also make sense as to why Ryoko starts chasing him, because if they were initially doing SIU like missions together, and then she starts to distrust him because she thinks that he's the prisoner. Why does she think that? I don't know. I literally just think they were messing with her memories with the pills, and that's why. And then Tomi's like, why the hell are you doing that? Alright, but let's see where this takes us now. Right. Sekigahara.
You're sure there are none of those men in black suits here?
Positive.
I mean, this is where they've all been convening. What do you mean?
Chihiro Morimura's objective. One with great implications. Especially for those from another world, like me. If Operation Aegis succeeds, We'll never be able to leave this world. That must be it. That must be why I killed her. She seems to have a particular fondness for me. It appears she confessed her feelings to me, and I have yet to give her an answer. What was I going to do?
Probably tell her I don't even know you. My thought.
Chihiro Morimura, 31. Sakura High School nurse. A key member of Shikishima's weapon development team. The one I found dead.
Okay, copy paste for the mystery files. That's called plagiarism.
It says 443685. An outdated transceiver for communication
Wasn't it
purposes.
Goto talking to us through
It has
this?
a very limited range.
Interesting.
I did see them earlier in the morning. But I haven't seen them at all this afternoon. Do you think they left?
I seriously hope so. If a random stranger like me is seen on campus, will that be a problem?
Oh, I don't know. Will it? But you shouldn't worry, especially with that uniform. It may be from the future, but it's still a Sakura High uniform. So you don't have to feel like a stranger.
So Yakushiji is steals jackets from this time, but his is just an outfit. His is an outfit that did come from Sakura, and that's why they said that his doesn't have buttons. And why I was like, what do you mean they're different? They look the same to me.
So tell me, what's Sakura High like in the future?
In the future... Well... There should be a new building up and running.
Should be?
Yes, you'll see it for yourself
Another
someday.
one.
No fair.
How many new buildings they'll need? 40 years later
Is
again?
anyone just allowed to enter the nurse's office?
Well, there's no teacher there, so it's closed right now. Leave it to me.
What happened to the
figure something
teacher? I wonder. Uh-oh.
out.
Uh-oh.
It's you.
Tomi scares me. She knows a lot.
Yori, what's up? Hey, Usami-chan.
What are you doing here?
Well, he wanted to check out the school. So I'm just showing him around.
Oh, cool.
Yep. Anyway, we better get going.
All right. See you later.
Stop. Please. Please. Okay. So what day was this that the two guys were looking at the girls? I mean, I guess it could just be like a common background thing, but this game is so attention to detail-y that I feel like this has to be insinuating a similar day. Maybe not. Okay, what's Tomi's deal? She was asking me why I was here. Tomi and I know each other. Tomi knows everyone. Tomi literally knows everything. She's so scary. And then, but she was questioning me right in front of Iori. So isn't that kind of weird? We're going back. Yes. You gonna stop me? No. Oh.
That had to be her. The girl who delivered the message from myself.
What? What are you hopping about?
What?
Nothing.
Get out of here. Give her the boot.
Something wrong?
No, I'm fine.
Tired her.
Must have been my imagination.
Okay, back inside. She was walking with Shu also.
The door's open.
Oh my god, is she gonna show up? Yeah, she's gonna show up. She's gonna show up and I'm gonna freak out.
I managed to borrow the key to the nurse's office. and all I had to do was lie to the teacher.
Oh, yeah.
Please, my classmate skinned her knee.
She's like middle school or high school boys would eat this up.
Oh,
What's wrong?
well, it's just the two of us in here together. All alone.
What's on the desk?
Medicine? Oralnm.
Oralnm. Check what's inside the drawers.
These drawers are locked up tight.
What are you looking for?
Anything else we can look at? Never mind. Okay. Probably nothing else.
Are you looking for something, Akun? It must be really important. Let's see. There has to be a spare key for that desk. And it's probably somewhere in the teacher's lounge. Okay, I'll make up another excuse. Then I might be able to get my hands on it.
Wait, I have a question before you leave. Before you leave! Iori.
The label's a bit different, but it lists the same medication. Oralnm, C0204. Just like the bottle I picked up before.
Who's all taking these? Iori? Ryoko?
There's an emblem on it. Maybe it's a car key? As long as it's set to stun, it won't kill anybody. But it's strange. Why do I know how to use this?
Is this the one that he was like, this is my gun, it only responds to me?
Let's take a look at these student medical records. Ryoko Shinonome. Looks like she was given C0204.
You telling me you don't remember Ryoko? Guy. What? Use.
Morimura. She's been administering this drug to these students. Ryoko Shinonome. There are more. Shu Amiguchi. And Juro Izumi. Huh? That was quick. So, did you manage to find the key?
I'm scared. Oh. 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 Oh no.
The nurse's office is closed. Come back when... You better start talking. Those men that are after me. Are you working with them?
This is what you wanted me to do.
What I wanted?
Hey, what is this? Sekigahara, wait! Don't shoot!
It took me a second to process that Tomi ran in and sees Megumi with a gun in my face. Why aren't you telling her not to shoot?
You too, Megumi.
Oh, okay, thanks. Thanks, girl. Good looking out.
What are you thinking? Hey, Megumi!
So she doesn't know about Megumi going around shooting people yet. Oh, okay. I'm so excited to talk to her, though.
I only followed you out of sheer curiosity, but what in the world just happened with Megumi?
Not a thing.
And you're wandering around by yourself? Where's Iori?
What's your problem?
Well, clearly I'm just a hopeless busybody. I'm going to look for Megumi.
No, stay. Hey. Come on. Why is it Iori on the pills? Is it because her memory is already being... What is it? What do they call it? Transferred? Like, they're at different stages where they forget their dreams, or they forget their memories, and then they transfer the memories. And so, I think that because of the weird dreams, Iori, Shu, and Juro are all in the same point of this process. So they're all taking the pills, they're all having the dreams, and they all have like different identities basically. Juro is just Juro Karabe, but then there's also Shida. There's also Ida, and there's also Morimura herself. What am I supposed to do now? Chase after her? Please?
That girl with the braids. I know I've seen her
Oh,
somewhere.
yes. Give
But
me
where?
Give me the lore.
Damn it. Come on, think.
Backstory. Yes.
That's right. She's
426.
The lights are still on. Maybe this place isn't entirely abandoned.
Okay, so is this android moment?
This terminal should be able to tell me where I am. Quite a bit of android information here. This all looks like research data. Ah, here we go. Shikishima Tech Lab number 6. 6th level underground. So, this is a Shikishima facility. Current year is
What is he doing here?
2104? I've shifted 40 years into the future.
Like, what were you looking for?
An android. Is that what this place is being used for? What the hell? I keep getting these terrible headaches. Could it be from shifting? This looks bad. Another one?
Was I supposed to do something?
The lights are still on.
No way.
This current year. And it
This is horrifying.
looks bad.
Can I consider while...
Another one?
Uh-oh. They're gonna get me too. What do I need to do? Oh my god. I feel like I might need to do something with the computer. No, no, no. Oh god. Oh god. Maybe I have to consider before they get to me. What is happening? I've never had such a stressful moment in a visual novel. This is more of a physical novel, you know what I'm saying? God. Okay. Oh, I can't do anything with that? Oh my god, oh my god, what am I supposed to do? Maybe I don't examine the android then.
So, 20. I've shifted.
Okay, what else can I do first? Don't talk to me. Oh no.
An android. Is that what this place is being used for? What the hell? I keep getting these terrible headaches. Could it be from shifting? This looks bad. Another one?
What do I do here? Am I screwed?
Over here.
What?
Unless you want to die,
Her
you
leg.
should stop snooping around. The surface is covered in lethal levels of radiation right now.
Okay, so android, that's what she was covering. That's why her leg was all bandaged up during the exterminator event. And then is it at this point I'm assuming this is Tomi right now, not 426. But also, does she remember A? has...
Go up there and you'll cough up blood until you're dead.
Who are you?
Well, clearly, I'm just a hopeless busybody.
Oh.
I inspected the Sentinel that was transmitted underground.
She's kind of got
How
riz,
much
not
do you
gonna lie.
understand about the current situation?
I don't know why, but I ended up here somehow. I have no idea what happened.
Then allow me to fill you in. I'll start from the end.
I'll
The Sentinel, or you rather, are compromised.
She said I'll start from the end. Okay. Oh, but it's also interesting because I feel like this is the same thing. The androids are reacting to a compatible in the way that the kaiju react. So is that the virus?
You've been infected with code DD426.
426. Oh.
Code DD4... What is that?
It's a program that's been implemented into you.
DD426, is that also a coordinate?
Well, into the nanomachines in your body, to be specific. Its main function is to sever a portion of the nanomachine. The part that's cut is physically connected to the brain. And that region of the brain is where memories are stored. Your brain suffers damage each time a connection is severed.
Program that's been implemented into you. Sever a portion of the nanomachine. Oh. Sever a portion of the nanomachine that's connected to the brain for where memories are stored.
You can lose your memories. Or worse, become a husk.
Is that why I've been getting these headaches? I've had them ever since I got here. Why would anyone want to do something like this? Is this irreversible? Can I try deleting the code?
That's not possible. Access to your nanomachines is restricted. Once a code or program is implemented, there's no way to delete it.
How long do I have before I become a husk?
It depends on the intensity of the infection.
Is that what happened to them on the train?
Or how much time you spend inside the infected Sentinel. The longer you're in there, the worse it'll be. Let's assume the infection is moving slowly. To spread to your entire body, it'll take about a month. That's the best case scenario. Worst case would be within a few days.
A few days?
I may not be able to remove it, but there is a way to delay its effects.
This is all so sudden. I'm not entirely sure I can believe her. But I do keep getting these headaches. And I definitely don't want to become an empty husk.
And the DD426. Is that the poison supposedly we were carrying in Ninji's story? On the train?
Fortunately, I discovered a nanomachine lab here. I found it by analyzing the underground mainframe's data. It is a facility that researches future technologies, after all. I can create a code that'll temporarily stall the effects.
You can?
First, let's make a deal.
What?
I need a small favor from you. It's nothing complicated. I just need you to get me out of here. Not anyone can use the shifter. Only those who possess nanomachines can use it.
Are you actually 426?
Are you gonna tell me who you are? This is all so sudden. I have to ask, what's a young girl like you doing in this place by yourself? I see. The androids here are wrapped in a human-like skin. Just like you.
Oh, this? Yeah, it's pretty easy to see the damage on this skin. Well, I guess the cat's out of the bag now.
Guess the cat's out of the bag now.
That's right. Okino mentioned something about this. He said some AI stole an android and escaped.
Tsukasa Okino, huh? You should ask him about DD-426. No one knows more about it than he does.
Is that so?
So, how does my offer sound to you?
I don't really have a choice.
Then it's settled. I'll give you some pills for your headaches right now. Wouldn't want you to forget about our deal.
So, she says, go look for Okino. He knows more about DD-426. Nenji starts looking for a key because Okino says you have to go find it. And Sekigahara has a specific key. We're not quite sure if we're talking a literal key or not. Interesting. Okay, but let me go see in your events. Fuyusaka's campus tour. Hopeless but busybody. No. I thought these were supposed to be going in order. But we're already on the ground. And I was wondering if those pills, or we had just, that was it. That's when we become our quote-unquote husks. Okay, so this was actually towards the end. Which also makes sense because the last thing we saw was meeting Fuyusaka. Interesting. And then this whole thing with 426 again. I gotta know if who we're talking to. Like, what if actually Tomi in general is just 426? Because now spitballing, but 426 is supposedly this huge criminal. I don't think we're entirely sure what they do, and I have been assuming it's been about like murder, death, whatever. But what if it's something more like it's something with these business deals? Because she was reading all of those books trying to figure out how to overtake Shikishima and how to get on the inside. And then we know that Shikishima and Newt, I think it was Newt, had some sort of deal. So maybe the criminal is actually like not dangerous. Maybe it's something like that. I don't know. Cause she's had so much connection with 426 so far. So that's the only thing that I could think of. And like, I mean, I guess until we see the point where 426 takes over her android body, what else am I supposed to believe? So let's see what's going to come next in Sekigahara's story. So the synopsis is, when Aori Fuyusaka showed Sekigahara around school, he encountered two girls. Once he heard the words hopeless busybody, Sekigahara remembered about the android girl he met in the past. And so that one was about Tomi, and is the next one going to be about questioning Okino, since that was what Tomi's hints were? Oh, this is when he wakes up. He has that phone, right?
I've lost them for now. I have to consider my next moves
Whoa.
carefully. Just an ordinary cop.
Okay, I was not expecting to be sent here. And then we have all these things to consider.
She seems to have a particular fondness for me. It appears she confessed her feelings to me, and I have yet to give her an answer. What was I going to do? The note says 443-685-3214. What could it mean? A password of some sort?
So what point in reference to... Okay, so this has to be after he gets back from being with Iori and looking around the school, because he had the flashback of Tomi there.
There's an emblem on it. Maybe it's a car key? Now that I think about it,
Oh my god, there's so many things.
this is the same gun that android was using. The one from the future.
Hey, you!
Oh! Not me pulling out a gun in front of a cop.
What were you just holding? Show me
Oh
right now.
my god, you're joking. You're joking. Leave me alone.
Awfully suspicious behavior.
Damn it.
Freeze!
I'm thinking. Oh. I'm so mad. I am so mad it just did that to me. Oh, I can't go to the
Looks
scene.
like I managed to lose that cop.
No, is this when it happens?
Chihiro Morimura's objective. One with great implications. Especially for those from another world, like me. If Operation Aegis succeeds, we'll never be able to leave this world. That must be it. That must be why I killed her. The medical records of 3 Sakura High School students. Shu Amiguchi, Juro Izumi, and Ryoko Shinonome.
Okay, all on pills.
They've all been administered a pill called NM.
All undergoing memory transplants, it seems. They're taking the pills to do like memory. They're at a different phase of this memory transferring than Iori is in.
Found at the nurse's office where Chihiro Morimura worked. The label matches the one on the bottle I had. Oral NM, C0204. It's basically the nanomachine equivalent of a virus program. Except it causes brain damage. The infected will ultimately lose their memories, or end up as husks of themselves. It's likely the cause of my memory loss. An outdated transceiver for communication purposes. It has a very limited range.
I wonder if, because now I'm in this alleyway, I can't use the communication device. Because like he said, there's a limit.
A gun from the underground facility in the future. The android was using it. A gun from the... Chihiro Morimura's objective. He'll never be able to leave this world. That must be it. That must be why I killed her.
He killed her to stop Operation Aegis, is what he is now thinking.
All that running. And I end up back here.
And that means this is definitely after he kills Morimura.
Morimura's death
Oh yeah,
hasn't
he
been
said.
made public yet.
That's why he killed her.
Those black suits must have disposed of the body. Okay. Let's say I did kill her. At that point, they were already coming after me. Did I lure Morimura out here? It just doesn't add up.
Did you lure her out here?
I managed to find some good clues here before, but I'm still not sure what some of them mean.
Some. Let's say any of them mean. Nothing makes sense, my boy.
This is the note Morimura had in her possession. I don't understand these rows of numbers. Are they even related?
What if that was fake Morimura and the person that was supposed to kill her was herself? Were there any points where Morimura was going after her clone self? I'm thinking yes, but I'm not quite sure.
This key I had on me. It has some kind of emblem on it. Was I driving a car? Oh, the emblem appears to be a button.
A start button?
Well, I pressed it. No nearby car made a sound, though. Maybe it's somewhere further away.
I'm upset. Ooh, I'm curious of who's gonna show up down here, if anyone. Oh! Anything? Listen. Not what I was expecting.
How in the world did this motorcycle get here? Did it come when I pressed the button on the key?
Voice authentication. Verified.
Oh, you know
A
me.
key is required to unlock this vehicle.
It's
Who else
voice
is
activated too?
authorized to drive this?
Is this a self-driving motorcycle?
Oh, that's sick.
Vehicle unlocked. You may issue commands using your voice. Please set your next destination.
Hey, who do you belong to?
Registered drivers of the Shikishima SXR-NR. A. Sekigahara and Chihiro Morimura.
Oh,
Me and Morimura?
boy, what? So he took the key from Morimura. They were both maybe like kind of in the same way that, I don't know. Why was I thinking that he erased his own memories? I was thinking for some reason he was erasing his own memories. Or knew that his memories were erasing. So they're already aware of something between the two of them. Like basically some sort of ticking time bomb. They're in cahoots.
It looks like I've used this motorcycle before.
Right?
Then it must know where I've taken it. I'm guessing you have a travel log, right? Can you pull it up?
Displaying travelogue.
Imagine asking this motorcycle all the right questions.
Looks like I've taken this thing all around the city. But there are only 2 places I've visited multiple times. Aside from Sakura High, it's just this one other spot.
Set this location as your destination.
His
Yes.
mind, huge. Oh my god, this is genius. I mean, it is in general lucky to have a smart motorcycle come up and, you know, want to whisk you away, but he's using it in the right sense, you know?
Let's hit the road.
Oh my god, he's too cool. He is literally too cool.
Hey, did I leave anything with you?
Invalid request. Please specify.
Who is this motorcycle?
I
It's
wanna know if I
Miwa.
left behind any
Miwa is the
messages.
motorcycle.
2 logs found from A. Sekigahara.
Seriously?
Begin playback.
Yes.
Yeah. Show me.
Yeah.
So, did you find it? Well, your
Oh my
intuition was
god.
right.
There's so
I'm
much
leaving
trust.
this message as a precaution, just in case I lose my memory sooner than I expect. You've still got work to do if you want to escape this world. You must acquire the data logs from 2188. One more thing, and this takes priority over all else.
Yeah.
You can't let Chihiro Morimura execute Operation Aegis. She holds a
Okay.
position as a nurse at Sakura High School.
Well, she's dead now, right?
It's all under false pretenses. Stop her at all costs.
Unless we killed a different one. It's very possible.
My headaches are getting worse. I'm running out of time. In any case, some interesting developments have come up. I've confirmed that Iori Fuyusaka was able to use the gate. I checked the log she left behind. The ID she used was Morimura's biometric ID. Iori Fuyusaka is Chihiro Morimura. Knowing this, do I still try to stop Operation Aegis?
Huh? Do I still try? Why does that make a difference? That it's Iori? Because does that mean that in order to stop it, he has to kill her? And so he doesn't want to do that to Iori specifically? Do I still try to stop Operation Aegis? That's so strange. Okay, and then also interesting that why is it that Iori, no, who was it? They made a clone. Oh, I think it's because little baby Chihiro wasn't a compatible. So they had to do something else to make Iori so that she could be a compatible, but she still has the biometric ID. So what's the difference between making a clone and making child version of Chihiro and making an Iori? Iori must be the first of her kind, and so whatever is working for her, that's what they're doing for Juro, Ryoko, Shu, which I feel like we kind of insinuated before, but now it's just like being confused with this difference between the clones and whatever they are.
That's the real question.
Oh, they're
The answer's
I have a lot of
obvious,
questions actually.
isn't it?
Playback complete.
Okay, like
Fuyusaka,
I feel like
is
you should have
Morimura?
confirmed just to make sure.
how is that possible? And what did I decide to do?
Yeah, what can we get on the same page? Self and self, perhaps? Oh no. So we've been frequenting
Destination reached. Ending
where
navigation.
Okino is.
So this is the place.
Uh-huh.
Now what am I gonna find here?
Interesting. But perhaps it wouldn't be Okino right off the bat. We know Hijiyama's here, Megumi was here, Denji was here at some point. Would it be any of them first? Or are we going right for the big guns? There's no way. There's no way Okino's in here.
Locked. This factory has to be what I'm here for.
Does he know me? Yes, he knows me. We know each other from 45.
Well, look who we have here. Sekigahara. Here to cause some more trouble? Something wrong?
No, nothing.
No, be honest. Literally,
let me
why would you
guess.
just tell him?
You finally lost your memories,
Oh,
right?
there it is.
How did
Oh
you
my
know?
god, I'm loving this moment right now.
Just by the way you're acting. Kind of a dead giveaway. I'm surprised you even made it back here.
Hello.
Do you know what I was trying to do here?
That's odd.
Okino.
You're in my way.
Unnecessary.
And you are?
It didn't work. I suppose 32% wasn't enough. You recognize me, don't you?
No, I don't.
That can't be. Focus.
Hey, Okino.
Take a good look at my face. I know you can remember.
That face. Okino origin story? Yami Pass Factory.
This can't be. A third-generation model. Sentinel number 19. So this is where it was transmitted. Is this a hangar for Sentinels?
They sent 19 all the way to
Awfully
45.
persistent, aren't you? Fine. You got me.
I know it's you, Okino.
Even in this outfit, you managed to catch me.
Have you been in hiding ever since the incident? Just laying low in Sector 5?
Incident like the one that went wrong with Ryoko?
Tell me, Sekigahara-kun, why were you searching for me?
Well, I'm bored, I guess.
Pills the android gave me in the underground facility in 2104. They slow the effects of DD-426.
Wait, so this flashback is also after seeing Tomi underground, where she said go find Okino to talk about 426.
I need to stop the effects of DD-426. You're an expert on the subject, aren't you?
So this
I
is
am
the
indeed.
confrontation.
It's a code that was distributed on the battlefield. Do you know who's responsible for spreading it?
No.
Right. This is exactly why I went into hiding. Because I can't trust anyone. And that includes you, a Sekigahara.
That's so fair. That's very fair. I'm having a hard time trusting future Sekigaharas talking to me.
You were on the battlefield too. Yet you're not showing any symptoms.
I could say the same about you.
I'm taking pills to help reduce the symptoms.
Pills? What are you taking?
These.
I see.
Nervous?
These serve as additional code for priority processing.
These aren't going to save me.
Of course they won't. All you're doing is buying yourself some time.
What about you? You're completely healthy. There must be some way to stop it, right?
I'm afraid that's impossible. It was about a year ago. I discovered a code created by 426. The aptly named DD-426. I tested it on myself in an attempt to detach the D-code, which resulted in the loss of my memories. That's why I was unaffected on the battlefield.
That can't be true. You don't seem like you've lost your memories at all.
That's because I transferred my memories to my nanomachines. And I was able to create a simulated personality.
Simulated
It
personality.
carries all the qualities that make up my identity.
So what are you?
Let me get this straight. You're a program that's simulating Okino?
Initially, yes. But now that I've been affixed to the brain, I've become the true Tsukasa Okino. I possess the original Okino's personality and
the way you
memories.
remember this.
You can't even tell the difference.
But you're still not the same. The Okino from before was different.
Human beings are constantly evolving. Whether we retain our memories or not, we're never the same as our past selves.
Wow. So this is why, maybe this is why he wants to dress up as a girl. Just something that's like he said, like constantly evolving, something that had changed in his personality between where he was before. I'm assuming. Okay. You're on the battlefield too, you're not showing any symptoms. These serve as additional code for priority processing. All you're doing is buying yourself some time. It's impossible to stop it. So he never stopped it, he just put himself elsewhere. So if he wants to just avoid forgetting his memories, he would have to do this over and over again. About a year ago, discovered a code created by 426. Tested on myself in an attempt to detach the decode, which resulted in the loss of my memories. So attach detach the decode. So this is the point, this is the part of the process of forgetting their memories. This is the point that the three of them are in. Unaffected on the battlefield. Unaffected on the battlefield. And then the members are transferred into the nanomachines, able to create a simulated personality. So now another question. Gotta bring up our girl Megumi. What is on these nanomachines that she's shooting into people? Is it memories? You become the true Tsukasa Okino. I possess the original Okino's personality and memories. Can't even tell the difference.
My goodness. Your pursuit of me caused quite the panic. Professor Doji wants to have me restrained. And now that you've caught me, maybe it's time I gave up. Oh, perfect timing.
Huh?
Hijiyama-kun, over here!
Oh my god.
Help!
Huh?
Stop, he'll do anything for you. I'm in danger.
What's going on?
That man!
Hey, who the hell are you? How'd you get in here?
Please, make him go away.
Hold it, Okino!
Not so fast, you
He's
bastard.
so
You're coming with me.
manipulative. I hate that.
This is highly classified material, and you've seen too much.
Damn you, Okino!
He knew exactly how to play those cards.
Okino.
Remember now?
Tsukasa Okino. We met in Sector 5.
Good.
And you're an AI construct.
Okay.
Huh?
No?
Is that all? You've neglected to remember some rather important details. Let's try this again.
Okino, do you really have to stand so close to him?
Don't pay him any mind. He's just jealous.
Yeah, right.
Now concentrate, Sekigahara.
Oh my god, it's getting deeper.
Try to remember why you kept coming back here.
Is it to bring him a yakisoba pan? Because that would be very nice of me.
How are you feeling?
My head feels like it's about to split in half.
What about the pills?
They aren't working.
But you've taken so many of them already. They still aren't helping?
We're ready to go. Oh,
Not a single thought in his head.
there was one thing I wanted to ask you. You seemed very reluctant to go through with this at first. But now you've come to rely on this plan. So what changed your mind?
Nothing changed. I still think this is terrible. But there are some things I don't want to forget. Like that vile face of yours.
I'll be sure to preserve that memory for you.
Walk me through the steps once more.
Sure. First, I'll input a memory extraction code into you. Your memories can be saved at any time. Your consciousness itself, though, can't be saved. Then a simulated personality will...
All I need is for you to save my memories. I don't want some AI taking over me.
A simulated personality will think the same way you do. It'll be able to work together with your own brain. In other words, it will act as a support to your brain. The relationship is symbiotic. It'll teach your brain new ways to think and solve problems. But you will still be in charge of decision-making.
So it's kind of like an enhancement.
I hate myself.
What?
I really don't need a simulated personality.
Oh, what?
All right. In that case, I'll simply extract your memories.
Interesting. He actually accepted that.
After your memories are extracted, they'll be stored in your nanomachines. I'll configure it so when the decode region is detached, your memories will be backed up. We'll require an intracerebral map to save your memories, though it'll all be pointless if you end up as a husk. Your brain did have more damage than anticipated. My equipment can only do so much. I'll only be able to map roughly 30% of the region per scan. So you'll have to make multiple trips.
So did we finish this? He said
Let's get started,
32%.
shall we? Please, take a seat.
So we only did it like once? But that doesn't make any sense. I should have talked to Hijiyama.
I'm going to create your intracerebral map. We'll start with some word exercises. Try listing any words starting with A that come to mind. As you say each word, imagine the object in your head.
A. Apple. Asphalt. Anchor.
A apple to asphalt. Whose brain works in that way? Is that what I wonder? So save and recall. I could have sworn they said 32% was all they got, though. But he had already been there multiple times, and it sounded like they were only going to do 30% at a time. That's at 50% of his. Interesting. What does this, his synopsis say? A. Sekigahara headed for the abandoned factory after tracing the travel log of the motorcycle that he used before. Sekigahara requested that Tsukasa Okino back up his own memories. Which he does. So he... So maybe in the next one, we're gonna put those bad boys back in his brain? And then he'll remember exactly what happened. Although, if he was only able to download certain amounts of them or certain parts of them, maybe we never got that far. So we get questioned by the police officer, and then that way we're able to continue on. Oh. Natsuno. What? And the cryptic note. So we'll be able to move on with this one. But what has Natsuno got to do with anything? Okay, let's see if there's anything in the mystery files that we might want to unlock before moving on. Ooh, Tsukasa's. Okino's. Since he had used DD-426 on himself in an attempt to detach the decode, he wasn't affected by the Sentinel infection incident in 2064. Although he lost his memories from detaching the decode, no one could tell the difference between the original Okino and the current one. This was because he preserved his memories in his nanomachines and ensured the simulated personality that makes up his identity would be affixed to his brain. Nah, because that's wild. Let's look at these pills too. The pill bottle was the label oralnm CO204 printed on it. These pills inhibit the effects of DD-426, slowing down the resultant memory loss. They are composed of the same chemicals as the pills A. Sekigahara received from the Tomi Kisaragi android in 2104, before he lost his memories. Front gate. Let me see if there's anything notable. Although Sector 1 was destroyed by the Kaiju invasion in 2104, this laboratory remained unharmed since it was underground. Some canned sody pops. The key to Sekigahara's motorcycle. The emblem button is portion is a button, and pressing it causes the motorcycle to drive itself to the key's coordinates. So hopefully, if we can get into these memories of Sekigahara's, we'll at least know what the decision was with Morimura. Like, we know that she's dead, but we don't really know if he was the one responsible for it. And again, it's interesting that they share this motorcycle, or they are both the authorized users for the motorcycle. And, you know, that could mean that he maybe stole it and just put himself in it or something. But I don't think that would be the case, because that sounds like they may have had multiple interactions, because he was driving it a bit and then killed her. So it's not like he would have met up with her, stole her bike, and then, yeah, met up with her again later. So, yeah, it feels like he ended up sparing her. And then something else happened where he lost his memories maybe at the time where she died. But yeah, we'll continue with a Sekigahara story next time, because I want to see if this is going to end up concluding what we're about to see, and maybe we'll try getting him to the 80% so that we can try getting at least someone to apply to Goto's thing, please. And I think that's kind of how we'll do this moving on, and we'll try to get to 80% for everyone so that we can, you know, in order, so we can get to this point. But until next time, I have no idea what to think. This answered no questions. I have so many, my brain is on fire and it hurts a lot. I need help.